Hi everyone, it's Kathy Maxson. I'm going to show you how to make this cute little Hershey Nugget pack. It comes with 5 Hershey Nuggets. So tools that you're going to need. You're going to need a cutting board and a score board. Mine is all one and the same. I can cut and I can score. You're going to need scrapbook paper, cardstock for your base. I'm using black. You can use any color you want for any season, whatever you would like. And then some scrapbook paper, probably the regular scrapbook paper because we're going to wrap it around the candies. So I have this pretty black with the hearts. Then my stripes. My stripes I'm putting with all my 3 different style papers. This is pink hearts with a red background. And I think this is pink hearts with, that was a pink background, sorry, dark hot pink. And then this is with a red background. So what you're going to need to do, your base paper, scissors, tape, double-sided tape, something to package them in. I bought these treat packets, I believe from either Hobby Lobby or Joann Fabrics. Dimensional pop-up, this is an option. A dimensional pop-up, I got those at the Dollar Tree. So what I did, I have a heart cut out and you can see it's dimensional. The white is, I dimensioned it up. So it's a little 3D. Any kind of trim to tie your bag shut. The punches I'm using, I have a heart punch here. I believe it was 1.92 inches, so almost 2 inches. And then I have this cute little one, which is about 1 inch. And what I bought to do these with are a family pack of Hershey Nuggets. I got them at Walmart. These are all milk chocolate. They do come in a 4-pack variety. You get milk chocolate. You get milk chocolate with almonds. You get the special dark with almonds. And this one was, I think, extra creamy milk chocolate with toffee and almonds. So the big giant 4-pack comes with the 4 different flavors. I see my husband posted a comment. And if anybody knows, we used to have a chocolate lab and his name was Hershey. So, I have a little punch. I think it's a 1/8 punch because I punched my hole in my heart here so I could tie it on with the twine. And I believe that is it. Again, you know, whatever you want to decorate them, stickers, if you just have circle punches. This I was just going to do for Valentine's Day. So I will be selling these, I believe $3 a pack or 2 for $5. I believe that's the price I decided on. So let's get started. So we're going to take a piece of black cardstock. This is the cardstock that I used to make the snowmen. So this was an already cut down piece. The whole piece is 8.5 by 11. So what we're going to cut, 2-inch wide by 5 inches long. So let's cut it at 2 inches. Okay, so we're gonna cut it at 2 inches, line up your 2, and you're gonna cut. And then we are going to cut it at the 5. And with the 8.5 by 11, you're going to get 2 bases and this little tiny little piece. So what we are going to do, we're going to flip this around so it will hold my paper up against the stopper. So when I go to score, we're going to do a 1/4 inch on each side. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a 1/4 inch. I'm going to rotate my paper. It's just the easiest way to do it, 1/4 inch. So it's a 1/4 inch, and then this is 1 3/4 if you'd rather do it that way. but I'm just gonna score them both. So you're gonna put it on the 2-inch side. You're gonna score it 1/4 inch all the way down, rotate, and 1/4 inch. And then what we're gonna do is just gonna fold up the sides. So as you can see, we're gonna have like a little tray for them to sit in. So let's fold this one up and fold this one up. So let's cut what we're gonna wrap around the nuggets. Oops. Gotta flip my little thing back around. So what we're gonna do is wrap around the nuggets. It's gonna be 1 inch by 3 inches. So if your paper is directional, so let's do the hearts. So if your paper is directional, you want to make sure it's 1 inch wide. So your design, you want to make sure that you're picking a design that is going to show up. So if you picked huge hearts or something like that, whatever the season is, if it comes St. Patrick's Day, you know, the shamrocks, Easter, the Easter eggs, or a bunny, you want to make sure your picture is going to show in your 1 inch slot. So we're going to cut at 1 inch. So it's going to be 1 inch wide. So you see we still get some hearts in our 1 inch. And they're going to be 3 inches long. So out of a 12 inch, this scrapbook paper was 12 by 12. So you're going to get 4 papers, or 4 cuts, sorry. So there's our 4 right there. So as you can see what I did the main papers, I did 3 of, and then I did the stripe paper, a coordinating paper, I did 2 of. So you can see that, same with this one, with the red. I did 3 reds with the hearts, and then I did stripes. And this one was the pinks. I did 3 of those, and then, so my coordinating paper I picked just so it would go with all of them. So let's cut some of that as well. So this one has red, pink, and black in it. So we'll cut this one that has some white on it. So we'll cut this again at 1 inch. And then we're going to cut these at 3. So my stripes on the stripes vary with each packet. So I tried to grab, because I'm doing 2 and I'm getting 4. So I'm just trying, I grab 2 that match. So here, I need 3 of the hearts and 2 of the stripes. And what we're going to do, we're going to take this tool that we use to score. It's called a bone folder. We're going to kind of put it here, and we're going to kind of curl it a little. See how what I did?
So it's straight. I'm just going to put my knife edge, and I'm kind of bending it a little, because you want to help it along around the nuggets. That's why I think the scrapbook paper works much better than the cardstock when you're trying to wrap your nuggets. So
there we go. So, get some nuggets. So I'm putting 5 in a sleeve. So I'm going to, see, this is the 1 inch. It's just gonna barely show the edges. So if you did the mixed, because if you do sell with nuts, you have to let your customers know that they do contain nuts, just in case anybody has any allergies. So what we're gonna do, let's move. Let me move my board over. I don't know if you guys can see better. Just on the table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my double-sided sticky. I'm going to put a run at the top. I'm going to put a run at the bottom. So I don't know if you can kind of see that. Let's see if you can see shiny. And so your paper, your directional paper. So I want my directional paper, I kind of want it, I don't know, I guess with the words going the right side. So what I learned is I'm going to go halfway up the back So you see how the flap comes down on the candy? I'm going to stick that in the middle, and we're just going to wrap it around. And then that other side, you stuck it. So then here's our little wrapped candy. Let's do it again. Take our paper, we're going to do a little double-sided at the top, a little double-sided at the bottom. I'm going to halfway on the back. The flap of the candy paper is down, just so then it doesn't open up, and then it just wraps around and it overlaps. Let's do that again. Candies. So halfway up the back, roll it around. As you can see, that's why we curved it a little, so it helps it. And I keep dropping them. And there you go. My husband is getting the dogs stirred up. Well, the dog one. Lily, she likes to make a lot of noise. And we just wrapped it around. Overlapped in the back. So that's why I put the double-sided sticky tape on both ends. And then what we're going to do in our tray, I'm going to run, just going to run the double-sided down the middle. And I'm just going to barely make it at the edge. And I'm going to kind of press it down, just so then it will stay in the card when you're trying to put it in the sleeve, so you can see. I mean, as you can see, it comes out a little bit down here, and so I could be closer to the top than I am. But here's our sleeve of 5. It's really cute. So I'm going to take my little treat bag. Because when you're feeding these down, that I wouldn't be able to do this. I would have to slide it on the table. So I put it all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to cut myself some twine. I think I did it around 12 inches. I just used my board here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it down the back, and I'm going to kind of like cross them over, and then I'm going to go around again. So I just kind of make the bag, you know, kind of a little flatter. So these should almost be pretty even. I'm just going to put a 1/2 knot. So there's my 1/2 knot. Let's cut out our hearts. My paper's at. So again, whatever you want to do, I have my red cardstock. From my Santa hand sanitizers. So basically what I'm doing, as you can see, it's going to stop at the bottom, and then I want to line it up, you know, as close as I can to the next one without wasting a lot of paper. So I'm going to punch that one out, and then my little 1 inch on my white. As you can see, here's all the little hearts that I punched out already. Again, you're just going to slide it till the paper hits the stopper. And again, because you want to be able to, you know, use your paper up, I'm going to slide it over and then just punch it out. So I'm going to take my dimensional dots. Now, once all your dots are gone, don't throw this away. You can still cut this stuff that's in between your dots. That's still sticky as well. If you have bigger dimensionals, I've been using 2 So, but if you have a bigger dimensional, you can just put one right in the middle. But I had these little ones. I figured I will use them. So I just got like a little tool here to help me pick it up a little. Let me put a dimensional there. And a dimensional there, and I'll show you. So I just stuck 2 little dimensionals on it. So like I said, if you have a bigger one, you know, just feel free to use one big one. That's what I had. And then I'm just going to kind of line this up in my heart here in the middle. Kind of, you know, make sure it's even. So here you can see, here's our little dimension. And then I'm going to do a hole in the top where opposites. So it'll be the top left when you're looking at the front of it. And you don't want to be too close to the edge or anything. But there's my little hole there. So then I'm going to put it in on the right side. Again, you guys are probably looking at it as probably opposite. I put it through the hole. I don't want it to be way up here or anything. I've been trying to keep it kind of facing down. And now I'm going to do a knot. I'm not going to tie it too tight because you don't want to rip your heart. You don't want to rip your paper. That was cardstock. The red and the white are cardstock. So it is a little thicker than... So I kind of want it there. So I'm going to tie my knot. So I tied my knot, as you can see. Now I'm going to tie a little bow. I'm going to tie them tight, and then I make them little again. You can cut your strings if you want to cut them shorter. You can do that. I did cut the top of my bag though because it's about 3 inches long. So I just cut off a little, I just cut off the top just to cut it down. And then there's our little packet. So we made the cute little tray that they sat in. We gave it edges. When we scored it at the 1/4 inch, we put some double-sided sticky tape so it will hold our little nuggets in place. And there you go. So then if somebody wants to give this, they can put a little cute little note on the back, to and from, I love you, something like that. If they want to, you know, give it to, you know, the kids or something. But that is our cute little Hershey Nugget packet.